नमस्ते दोस्तों, स्मार्ट माइंड्स ट्यूटोरियल्स में आपका स्वागत है। आइए आज कुछ नया सीखें।
Let us continue with some problems from calculus. Take the first one. Evaluate integral 0 to m x power n into 1 minus x by m whole power m minus n dx in terms of beta function where m comma n belongs to n. So what is the given integral here? Given integral is integral 0 to m x power n into 1 minus x by m whole power m minus 1 dx. So let us take this bracket as t. So 1 minus x by m, let us take it as t. So if I want to find x value from here, first we take minus x by m that side and this t this side. So x by m is equal to 1 minus t. So x is equal to m into 1 minus t. Now if we differentiate this, what do you get? If you differentiate, you will get minus 1 by m dx is equal to 1 minus t is left over, so you get dt. So you after differentiating, you will get minus 1 by m dx is equal to dt. So dx is equal to minus m dt. Now limits will change. Whenever we do any substitution in definite integrals, limits will change. So limits, let us find out. If x is equal to m, then t is equal to 0. See, we substitute x is equal to m in this step. See, in this step. So t will become 0. And if x is equal to 0, then t will be equal to 1. Then let us see how the integral becomes. Integral 0 to m x power n into 1 minus x by m whole power m minus 1 dx. How will it change? 0 to m integrals have changed from 1 to 0. Now in the place of x we will write m into 1 minus t. We are converting everything from x to t now. Whole power n into. Now if you take the LCM, what do you get? T power m minus 1 into minus m dt. That is minus m we take out. Integral 1 to 0. What is left over now? M power n into 1 minus t whole power n into t power m minus 1 dt. So that is m, if we write outside, integral 0 to 1 m power n into 1 minus t whole power n plus 1 minus 1. Here we are adding and subtracting 1 in the power. So you get t power m minus 1 dt. So that is equal to m into m power n is a constant. We are bringing it out. Integral 0 to 1 t power m minus 1 into 1 minus t whole power n plus 1 minus 1 dt. That is, here we can add the powers. M power 1 and m power n, we can add the power. So it will become m power n plus 1. And from here to here, this is nothing but beta m comma n plus 1. This is improper beta function. Therefore, integral 0 to m x power n into 1 minus x by m whole power m minus 1 dx is equal to m power n plus 1 beta m comma n plus 1. This is the final answer. Take the next question. Show that beta of 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 is equal to pi. This question is also very important. So what is the general relation? General relation between beta and gamma? general relation between beta and gamma function is beta m comma n is equal to gamma of m into gamma of n by gamma of m plus n. Substituting m is equal to n is equal to 1 by 2 in the above equation. So beta of 1 by 2 comma 1 by 2 is equal to gamma of 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2 by gamma of 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2. That is gamma of 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2 by gamma of 1. We know that gamma of 1 by 2 is root pi. So this is root pi into root pi by gamma of 1 is 1. That is equal to pi. What formulas did I use here? Since gamma of 1 by 2 is equal to root pi and gamma of 1 is equal to 1. So finally, we proved it. So you can write hence proved. Take the next question. Determine the value of beta 2 comma 3. So here also we proceed the same way. First we write the general relation between beta and gamma. So we know that the general relation between beta and gamma functions is beta m comma n equals gamma of m gamma of n by gamma of m plus n. Now here you substitute m is equal to 2 and n is equal to 2. So you will get n is equal to 3 you have to substitute. So gamma of 2, gamma of 3 by gamma of 2 plus 3. So that is, now gamma of 2 we can write it as 2 minus 1 factorial and gamma of 3 can be written as 3 minus 1 factorial by gamma of 5. Now 2 minus 1 is 1 factorial. This is 2 factorial by gamma of 5 is 5 minus 1 factorial. So that is 2 factorial is 2 by 4 factorial. So 2 by 4 factorial is 24. How do we find 4 factorial? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. 2 ones are 2 12s. That is 1 by 12. 1 by 12 is the answer for beta 2 comma 3. Take the next question. Evaluate integral 0 to infinity a power minus bx square dx. So what is the given integral? Given integral is integral 0 to infinity a power minus bx square dx. Let us say a power minus bx square is equal to e power minus p. Let us take this as equation number 1. Now applying log on both sides. Applying log on both sides of equation number 1. So you get log a power minus bx square to the base e is equal to log e power minus p to the base e. Now from logarithms we know that log a power m is equal to m log a. So how can we write now? Minus bx square log a to the base e is equal to minus p log e to the base e. So this is minus minus get cancelled. Bx square log a to the base e is equal to p into 1. Why? Since log a to the base a is 1. So log e to the base e becomes 1. So that is, so from here if I want to find x square, that is p square p by b log a power e. a to the base e. So if I want to find x value, that is p by b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2. Now differentiating equation number 2 on both sides with respect to x. So you get 2bx log a to the base e dx is equal to dp. So dx will become, now take this 2bx log a to the base e to the other side. You'll get dp by 2bx log a to the base e. So that is dp by 2b is a constant. In the place of x, we can write p by b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2 into log a to the base e. So dx is equal to dp into, now this denominator, in the denominator, what do you have in the denominator part? That goes up. So b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2 by 2 p power 1 by 2 b log a to the base e. So dx is equal to dp by 2 into b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2 into p power 1 by 2. Now whenever we take any substitution, limits will change. Now let's see how do the limits change. So for x is equal to 0, p is b into 0 log a to the base e, that is 0. Now for x is equal to infinity, p is equal to b into infinity log a to the base e, that is infinity. Therefore, limits are from 0 to infinity. Now substituting the values, in the given integral, you will get integral 0 to infinity a power minus bx square dx is equal to integral 0 to infinity e power minus p, and what is dx? Dx is dp by 2 into b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2 p power 1 by 2. So that is integral 0 to infinity e power minus p, and if we take this p power 1 by 2 up, it will become p power minus 1 by 2 dp. By remaining terms, we'll write in the denominator 2 into b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2. That is, now what is constant, will bring it out. 1 by 2 into b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2 integral 0 to infinity e power minus p power 1 by 2 minus 1 dp. So this is nothing but, from here to here it is gamma function. So 1 by 2 into b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2. This whole bracket can be written as gamma of 1 by 2. Why? Since integral 0 to infinity e power minus x power m minus 1 dx is equal to gamma of m. This is the formula I applied. So that is 1 by 2 into b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2 into root pi. Since gamma of 1 by 2 is equal to root pi. Therefore, integral 0 to infinity a power minus bx square dx is equal to root pi by 2 into b log a to the base e whole power 1 by 2. This is the final answer. Take the next question. Find the value of gamma of 5 by 2. So we have a formula for gamma function. What is gamma function in terms of some n? It is given as gamma of n is equal to n minus 1 into gamma of n minus 1. Take this as equation number 1. Now substituting n is equal to 5 by 2. So gamma of 5 by 2 is equal to 5 by 2 minus 1 into gamma of 5 by 2 minus 1. So 5 by 2 minus 1 is 3 by 2. 3 by 2 into gamma of 3 by 2. Now this is equal to 3 by 2 into, how can you write gamma of 3 by 2? That is 3 by 2 minus 1 into gamma of 3 by 2 minus 1. So that is 3 by 2 into 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2. That is 3 by 4 gamma of 1 by 2. But we know that gamma of 1 by 2 is root pi. Why? Since gamma of 1 by 2 is equal to root pi, we have a direct formula. So that is equal to, finally we can conclude gamma of 5 by 2 is equal to 3 by 4 root pi. Take the next question. Find the value of gamma of minus 5 by 2. So how can you write gamma function? Gamma function in terms of n is given as gamma of n is equal to gamma of n plus 1 by n. Take this as equation number 1. Now substituting n is equal to, see 5 by 2 is 2.5, right? So we put n is equal to minus 2.5. That is gamma of, you can do it with 5 by 2 also, there is nothing wrong. Gamma of minus 2.5 plus 1 by minus 2.5. Okay. So you will get gamma of minus 2.5 is equal to minus 1 by 2.5, I am writing outside, gamma of minus 1.5. So that is minus 1 by 2.5 into gamma of minus 1.5 plus 1 by minus 1.5. We are applying the formula. So here minus into minus will become plus, and then 1 by 2.5 into 1.5, gamma of minus 0.5. That is 1 by 2.5 into 1.5. How can you write gamma of minus 0.5? So that is gamma of minus 0.5 plus 1 by minus 0.5. Again, we applied the gamma function formula. So that is minus 1 by 2.5 into 1.5 into 0.5 into gamma of 0.5. Gamma of 0.5 is nothing but gamma of 1 by 2. But we know that gamma of 1 by 2 is root pi. So that is minus. Now if you remove these 3 decimals, we can take 3 zeros in the numerator by 25 into 15 into 5. And this is root pi. How can you cancel this? 25 ones are 25 40s are 5 ones are 5 8s are. So that is minus 8 by 15 root pi.